How's it going, everybody? It is Ethan and Koder, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Build Twitter. We're at episode 48. Last episode, we went ahead and got the custom dropdown working. Now we need to create a custom function to go ahead and display all those phone codes exactly how we need, as well as put everything on the page where we need it. That way, next episode, we can go through, update our register slice, and actually send the phone number over to the backend. So let's go ahead and hop into VS Code, and I'll show you guys how we did this. Now inside the register mode utils, we're going to write a function to go ahead and fill out those country codes. So go ahead and say export const country code drop down equal to, it's not going to take in any data, and this is going to return jsx.element array. And then we're going to do one of these. So of course it's going to complain for a sec. The first thing we need to do is go ahead and import that data. So I'm going to go ahead and say import, and we're going to call data from, and this is going to come from // // and this is going to come from our data /codes.json. And now that we got that data, we want to go ahead and use that. So first we're going to say let options equal to data.filter, and we're going to filter on the country. We're just going to call that country. We're going to say if country maybe.code is not equal to US, then we're just going to return the country. If I could type, return that country. Okay, so that's the first thing we're going to do. Then we're going to go ahead and say .map, or once again, going to say country. And then we're going to say return option value equal to, and we're going to use our backticks, $, and this is going to be country.dial_code. Then we're going to say $, and then here we'll have country.name, and then we'll have a key. So the key will be the country.code, and then inside of the actual option here, we're going to have the country dial code and the country name once again. So we'll say curly braces, backtick, $, say country, country.dial code, and then space, $, country.name. So now we're going to map out, we're going to filter out all of the countries that aren't the US essentially. This is because we want to do at the end. So we want to say options.unshift. We want to put the US just at the front, and US is somewhere like in the middle. So we're going to unshift one more option, value equal to, and this is going to be just +1 United States. The key will equal to US, and then inside of it we'll also just say, and I guess I didn't need to do it this way, but whatever, it doesn't hurt anything, +1 United States. And now we will go ahead and return the options. So again, all we're doing here is we're going through adding everyone that is in the United States as an option. And then after that, we're going ahead and add the United States as the first option. So now that we have that, we need to go ahead and import the method that was created here into register form 4. So let's go ahead and do that. So import, and this was called country code drop down. And now inside of this content, we're going to go ahead and say country code drop down like that. And now if we go ahead and come back into here, you can see we've got a whole bunch of country codes, except it's a little bit jank. The United States is on the top, so we need to fix that still. We'll get to that. And now we're also going to set up some of the other functionality that we need. So let's go ahead and add use effect at the top, as well as use state. So we need to go ahead and set up some state for the phone number and country code. So const phone code and set phone code is going to be a string, and we're going to say use state string, and we're going to just start out by default as +1 because that's US. Again, we're assuming that we're in the US by default, and then phone number and set phone number is equal to, once again, another string because that's how we send it to the backend, string. And then here we'll just have an empty string because we haven't filled it out yet. So now we need a way to keep track the code that changes as well as the phone number. So we'll say const change code equal to react.change event. This one will be HTML select. And then we'll go ahead and do this. Here we'll just say set phone code to whatever this one is, e.target.value.split. We'll split it at the space and we'll take the first index. So essentially what this is looking at, if we come back into our util, it's returning, for example, +1 space in the country. So this is going to just take the plus whatever number. Now we also need a change phone number, const change phone number. This is going to be an react.change event. And this one will be a input element, HTML input element, like so. This one is just going to go ahead and say set phone number, e.target.value, like so. And then we need to go ahead and say for change code, we'll paste it in to here. And then for change phone number, we'll paste it in to here. And finally, let's just make sure that this is looking all good with a quick use effect. Again, probably shouldn't be using use effect here, but it is what it is. There we go, use effect, and we'll be watching the phone code change as well as the phone number change. And we'll just say console.log our different pieces of state here. Phone code and phone number. Save. Let's take a look. So now we can change, go ahead and do inspect. This is going to look not very good for the time being. It is what it is. So we're attempting to get rid of yada yada yada. So if we change this to like this, we see that the status code changed. Although this is getting overridden, so maybe we did something wrong here. I'm going to have to look into that. Type in a phone number. Well, that's not a phone number, that's words. But we see our phone number. That's all good to go. And now we are ready to move on to the next step, style this and do a little bit of validation, as well as possibly seeing why this is not actually changing on the top option. I'm sure there's just a small bug somewhere in here. Unfortunately, that's going to be it for today. If you guys enjoyed, please stick around for the next episode by hitting that subscribe button. You'll know exactly when it comes out, especially with that bell icon. If you did enjoy the content today, please sure to leave a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy it, leave a thumbs down. Either way, it helps out with the algorithm all the same. And finally, if you have any suggestions or feedback for me, make sure you leave a comment down below. With that being said, I appreciate you all for watching. Stay tuned for the next episode. Peace out, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.